Alright, well, there's the used motor, and we already checked it out. It looks to be in really good shape. It has all the sensors and everything. The carb looks good. Uh, this is unique. We weren't exactly expecting to see that placed right there. And just due to how hard it's going to be to get to, we're going to recommend that is completely just replaced with a brand new part. And it connects right there. But we haven't really started on this yet. What we're going to do first is actually just unbolt everything from the front. We're going to remove this cross member and this cross member right here so we get actually step into the motor bay and work. So we got to remove all the radiators. And the benefit of that is going to be, well, we're not going to pop anything or put a hole in anything either. So we're just going to start getting all that unbolted. And then we're going to start working with the getting the motor pulled out, which is going to be a little bit fun. We're a little concerned about the clearance from the motor to the top right there.
And taking all that out so we get us more room to pull the motor forward on that.
Yeah, the reason why we're pulling all this out is so we have more room. So when we go to lift the motor, hopefully we can just bring it right out through the front and not trying to jack it up or having to remove the hood. So we're just gonna go and see how it does. And thankfully, his shocks actually stand up really well, so we don't even have to put a stick. Fantastic. All right, well, time for us to get busy.
Alright guys, so as you can see, once you get your radiator and transcooler and AC and all that fun stuff out of the way, take out your core support right here. Look at how much room you have. You can literally stand here and take apart your accessories and all that fun stuff and make it a lot easier. So what we did, pulled off the transcooler lines here. Didn't get very much fluid loss there. Not too big of a deal. On your power steering though, you have a cooler on the bottom of the radiator down here, and there's two bolts that screw in with nuts in the back. Take those out, pop your lines off, and make sure you have a catch pan, because when you pull those off, literally all the power steering fluid is going to run out of there. Got the AC, not the AC, sorry, the cooling fan off. Had to kind of rig up some wrenches for that. None of the tools they had at AutoZone or anything fit that, so basically ended up using an AC clutch removal tool to go in these holes and some vice grips, and we're able to get it off. It was pretty tight, but got it off of there. So yeah, that's where we're at for now. But as you can see, if you just go ahead and take all that out, make it a lot easier to get the motor out of there. Alright guys, so where we left off last time was just getting the fan and all this stuff out of the way. Since then, we've gone and disconnected our exhaust from the manifolds. We've been working on getting this driver's side motor mount out. What you're gonna have to do is completely unbolt the mount from the block, unbolt it from the front diff and the transmission. We're going to go in here with the engine hoist. We're going to lift the motor up to be able to get that mount completely out. That's the only way to get the transmission lower cover out, so that you can access your torque converter bolts, and so that the flex plates can obviously slide out of the transmission bell housing. So that's basically where we're at for now. For anything else, we'll let you know.
This radiator hose goes to the water pump, and it sits at the front of the motor like this. And over here, the hose is cracked and just needs to be replaced. But we went and we were trying to order this hose, and they didn't have it. And we even had them mail one in, and it was the wrong one. So went there and we found this hose, and it's kind of the wrong shape. But what we can do is we're going to match it up like this, cut this bend down here, and rotate this to turn it in the right direction. And we're just going to use a radiator hose repair kit type deal to turn this in the correct direction so that there's no kinks or stress in the hose. So we'll show you where that goes on the motor once we get to that. But this is what you could do or use and a pinch.